What's going on, guys? JPB Duel here. Hope you guys are having an awesome Wednesday. And thank you very much for subscribing to my channel, liking my videos, watching me go live on Twitch, supporting me. We really appreciate that, guys. With that being said, let's get on with the gameplay for today. For today's game, I am going first, and I start my combo off by normaling out fancies and going into my combo. So this deck is not super optimized. The deck that I'm currently playing is a 42 cards deck. I'm still trying to optimize my Prankist plus DPE deck. I have gotten it down to 42 cards, but I'm still trying to get it down to 40 cards. So as I'm ranking, I'm trying to optimize my deck. If you guys want my current deck list, it's already uploaded in my Discord server. You guys could join it. Links in the description below, or you guys could ask me that on my YouTube channel or on my Twitch, and I'll give you guys the list right there. So I keep going into my combo. I know, as long as I know my opponent doesn't have a Nibiru, I was gonna use Thunder Egg Infusion to get Butler on the field, and maybe even use the Bow Bark plus the Fancies that I'll get on the field off of this to go into Predaplan so that I'll have access to the DPE, the Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer. But the top deck right here, guys, did you guys see that? I banished I activated Graveyard effect of Roxy's. Roxy's banishes a card from my hand, which I chose to be Maxi. I top decked into a Fusion Destiny. So this was a full Butler plus DPE plus even, if I wanted to go into Nightmare, into maybe access code later, I could make that work. So I activate my Thunder Egg Infusion, go into my Butler. So guys, remember, Fusion Destiny locks you into Dark Heroes only. So always activate your Thunder Egg Infusion first. If you are running TDF, activate your TDF first, then use your Fusion Destiny to go into your DPE, because Fusion Destiny does lock you into Dark Heroes only. So that's why the play was this way, Butler first, then DPE. So I set down my Skill Drain, set down my Pandemonium, and then activate Pranks Recycle cards. So if you guys look at my graveyard right now, I have no way to activate my Bow Wow Bark on my opponent's draw phase because I do not have any monsters, any Prankist monsters or Prankist spell cards in my graveyard to recycle aside from Meowmoo. And you can't activate Bow Wow Bark to recycle Link monsters in your graveyard anyways. So to remedy that, my opponent instantly Harpies Feather Dusters me, alright? So I activate Pandemonium. So check out this play. I use the Bow Wow Bark plus the Fancies to go into Weather Washer. So now right here, once the Harpies Feather Duster effect goes through, I will get a prompt to activate my graveyard activation of Fancies, right? Activate Fancies, chain link the Weather Washer to it. Weather Washer will target the copy of, right here, I could have targeted the copy of the Fancies itself plus the Bow Wow Bark, but I chose to target the Meowmoo plus the Bow Wow Bark, and now Bow Wow Bark can be activated because I do have cards in the graveyard to get them back out. So now my Prankist monster cards are immune to destruction by card effect, and my Meowmoo immune to destruction by battle as well. So now I know my opponent is playing a Invoked, Shaddoll, Dogmatic DPE combo, right? He activates Magical Meltdown. I negate that with my Ash, hoping that he did not have Alistair, but he had a hard copy of Alistair in his hand. Normals Alistair, activates Alistair, I pop his Alistair. I know this was a useless pop because he could just use Invocation to banish the Alistair from his graveyard itself to go into his Mechaba, but I still wanted to do that because I knew for a fact that once I activated either my Butler or my DPE, one of those cards would be negated and banished. So I wanted to get one of my Butler pops going. So right here in battle phase, he attacks my Butler with Mechaba, gets the Alistair in the graveyard, boosts up his Mechaba by 1000, kills my Butler. I activate Butler's graveyard, get a copy of Bow Wow Bark on the field. So since I use Fusion Destiny, this DPE would destroy itself, right? So once I try to activate DPE in the graveyard, he negates it using the Mechaba, banishes DPE. So right here, I had a choice. Do I want my opponent to banish my Butler or my DPE? And I chose to allow him to banish my DPE over my Butler because I think that Butler is more important for my whole, like if I go into a grind game, I think Butler will be more important than DPE. That's why I just did it this way. I allowed my opponent to banish my DPE over my Butler. So my turn, I draw into Artifact Lancia. I activate the Dasher's Graveyard activation to special out the Artifact Lancia on the field. Activate Prank's Place, search for a Lamses, normal Lamses, and then go into my combo from there. I know that he has the Mechaba negate, right? I'm really hoping he negates something. So right here, once I chain block with Prank's Place, my opponent did not get a, his side of the field did not highlight for him to activate Mechaba. This lets me know that the card in his hand is either a trap card or a monster, and it's probably a monster. My best guess would be a monster because Invoked Alistair rarely run traps. Like, they do run traps, but the chances of them having a spell card or a monster card in their hand is more likely. So I go into Totally Awesome, activate the Thunder Dragon Fusion in the graveyard, banish it, get a copy of Fancies. Activate the Pranks, discard the copy of Fancies, get a token. Go into Nightmare. So now, this Nightmare, I'm gonna bounce his copy of Mechaba. So he has to activate Mechaba on this. He had a monster in his hand. He tries to activate Mechaba. I negate the Mechaba's activation using Totally Awesome, right? Totally Awesome, negate plus destroys. So negate, destroy, and now I'll get to set the Mechaba on my side of the field. Now, once this chain resolves, I'll get the graveyard activation of Totally Awesome, get myself a copy of Dropsies back in my hand. So now for the next turn, I still have a starter card. I use my cards on the field, go into Access. Access code will get bumped up to 53. I activate Access code's effect, pop his Magical Meltdown, hit him in the face for 53, and then end my turn right here. Like, yeah, if I had put my Artifact Lancia in attack position, this would have been game over right here, but I was not expecting to do this full thing. So that's why with this, it was on defense rather than in offense. So I know for a fact, if you guys don't know, the reason why he activated Max C first is because he wants to get rid of the card in his hand so that he could banish the Celestial from his graveyard to draw 2 cards. Celestial, if you don't have any cards in your hand, Celestial is basically a free Pot of Greed, alright? Free Pot of Greed. Insane card. That's why I banished the Artifact Lancia that I had on my field, so that he cannot banish the Celestial this turn. He will be stuck with nothing but the Maxi on the field, and he knows the game's over. So he just uses the Maxi, bumps into my access code to kill himself. The Artifact Lancia literally saved me the game, made it so that he cannot draw cards. Killed him right there. That's going to be the end of the game, guys. If you guys want to check me out when I go live on Twitch or join my Discord server and chat with me, play with me, do all kinds of stuff, links are going to be in the video description itself. This is JP Video signing out for today. See you guys in the next video. Peace!